Hello, new fathers, new parents, people interested in me, and everything in between. This is your good old pal, the Amazing Flec, talking about his second week as a new father. So, my baby girl was just born about 18 days ago, and on the 28th of March, and we're in April 15th right now. So, it's been a little bit of time. The baby's been there at our house for the past 2 weeks, and I just have to say that it's been absolute joy. I think that becoming a new father is what you put into it and what you make out of it. If it's something you're looking forward to doing, much like I was, it's an absolute joy and an absolute pleasure. If it's something you're interested in engaging in, like anything in life, and I'm very much interested in being an engaging father and being very active in my daughter's life and being a positive influence on her growing up. And so far, it's what they call the easy times, where the baby's sleeping a lot, taking a lot of naps, eating a lot of food. She's being breastfed by her mother, which, by the way, is an intense job. Just like it's a lot of waking up and not sleeping enough, and making sure that your daughter gets enough food, and not to mention the soreness that happens as the baby suckles on the chest, as well as the engorgement of the breasts as they fill up with milk, and how much that's got to be very taxing on Nina. And I know it is because we've talked about it a number of different times. So it's a very hard job, especially for a mother who's breastfeeding, and the baby wants or needs attention every couple hours at the very least, unless they're sleeping. And sometimes she sleeps for as long as 4 to 6 hours, but usually wakes up every hour or two, needing a little bit of attention or love or affection. But she's a very agreeable little girl. Our newborn, she only really cries when she needs a diaper change, or if she needs some food, or she just wants a little bit of snuggles and attention if she's just restless. Sometimes if she has gas, she'll wake up and she'll kick around her feet and everything, and I'll put my hands at the end of her feet so she can push against my hands to help her facilitate a better means of letting out the gas, whether it's from her mouth or from her other end. And I took paternity leave. I don't get paid paternity leave. I just let all of my employers know that I'm unable to work for the time after my daughter was born. And my daughter was born on the 28th. And ever since the 28th, I've not been working, except for maybe one really quick gig job just to have a couple extra bucks in my pocket. I got paid that day and everything. Pardon this camera, it's slipping down. So for the most part, I've been pretty much doing what I would do as a caregiver for one of my clients, which is kind of being in the home and being supportive of my girlfriend and making sure she gets enough food, and that I get her laundry done, and that I get the dishes done, that I cook and clean, and that I make sure she has all the comforts she needs. If she needs something, I'll go fetch it, whether it's a beverage or some food. I've been taking care of the dog and taking care of the cat as well, so I keep the cat's litter box emptied and try to keep her brushed down. And then take the dog outside, take the dog for walks, take the dog to dog training camp, and spend some time playing fetch in the yard with the dog, cleaning the dog off if it gets muddy. It's a rainy day today here, so if the dog's outside unattended, he'll like to go digging and get mud everywhere, and it's nothing that a hose and a little bit of a dog towel roughing him up can't handle. But it keeps you busy. It keeps you busy raising a German Shepherd, potty training and training, and engaging them and giving them attention. And then of course the cat at home wants attention too, so I'm trying to find that balance between taking care of my partner, as well as the dog and the cat, and of course our newborn baby. So there's 4 other lives in the house next to my own that I like to try to prioritize before my own, to make sure that they're comfortable, so then I can finally relax. Because there's a part of me that wants to take care of others, and there's part of me that wants to do that. And there's also the part of me that wants to sit back and relax and have a nap, and maybe read a book or play a game of Go, or even play some Magic the Gathering. I like to play Magic the Gathering. I can play online, or maybe sometimes with people in real life if I'm lucky. But the point is I took paternity leave with no pay, and just wanted to take that time to bond with the baby and spend some time with my partner to help make sure they can heal up properly and get their bearings on our new life. Because when you have a child, or when you have a new life that enters your family, whether it's a new roommate, a new pet, or a newborn baby, the dynamic changes in the household, and you have to figure out how things are going to go and how things will gel well and click together like gears. So I would highly recommend to anyone out there that can afford it, specifically men. This is geared towards men who are expecting to be fathers or are fathers to newborns, to take the opportunity to have some paternity leave with or without pay if you can afford to do that. I think it's a really good idea, and I can't think of many people that might be on their deathbed and say, I regret that time that I took off work when my newborn arrived. No, I think that it would be much more likely that someone might be on their deathbed and looking back and wishing that they spent more time, or that they wish that they spent those first couple weeks at home with the newborn. So I have no regrets. I'm so full of love and affection and appreciation and gratitude for my baby girl that's arrived here. And it's been a wonderful time spending a lot of time with her. And like I said, today's my first day back at work. I'm taking a quick little break just to film this. And I've been thinking about her all day. And I'm looking forward to getting back home so I can spend some time just kind of holding her and looking at her and all that. So my posts for every single week of this year, my post has been a little bit late for this week, so forgive me for that if you're actually paying attention to that, or if you're just tuning in, that's fine, no big deal. But please know that I've posted a video every single day of the year of last year, of 2021, and this year I'm posting a video every single week. Kind of like an experiment, kind of documenting what's going on in my life. I have a lot of things to say, a lot of interests, and I posted weekly circus and flow arts tutorials last year. Some are a lot better than others. But hey, that's what you can expect from Amazing Flec, is the unexpected. You don't know what you'll get when you tune into this channel or what I'm going to say on any given day. But for this day, this is the second week of first-time parenthood. I am happy I took the time to not go into work, and this is my first day back at work officially. And I wish I was back at home, to be honest. I love what I do for work, don't get me wrong, but it's exciting time to have this newborn baby in my life and wanting to be there. And spending time with her and being the best dad I possibly can be. Yeah, more or less, I recognize how lucky I am in my given situation, my personal situation, having a very healthy baby that went really quick in the whole birthing process, and having a wonderful partner that is very nurturing mother that is waking up every few hours to make sure the baby, and checking with the baby, make sure the baby's getting plenty of food. The baby's output, meaning its pee and poop, is normal and looking good there. That's a good indicator of health, is making sure that things are coming out okay. And I've had a number of people say that you won't know love until you look at your newborn baby for the first time. And I think there's some truth to that. There's so much that's beyond words. You can sit there and talk about how amazing anything is in life, or anything that you find personally very moving or touching, that touches your very soul or your heart. And there's not much you can really do justice. You can't just you can get the finest poet in all the land to express it, and it still won't really touch it, I don't think. So it's interesting to really kind of like understand, not just hear other parents talk about the magic that they feel when they have their child, particularly their firstborn, because it's their first time going through that experience. But there's no words that can really be placed on that whole entire feeling and that sensation. So that's pretty wild. Now you'll probably realize and relate to this. The internet is an interesting place. There's a lot of stuff out there, and a lot of it is what we like to show ourselves to the world, us content creators. And we're all content creators nowadays. If you have like a social media website and you post something, you are making content. You are making something that goes on the internet. So like it or not, most of us are content creators, and some of us create content more than others. But something to keep in mind about content that you see other people doing. If you see pictures about everyone living their best life and everything going on and everything sunshine and rainbows, that's great. And it's easy to forget that people out there posting that sort of content, and yours truly, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. And sometimes they have things going on in their life that are difficult. And some people out there have no problem sharing all the negative things going on in their life. And some people are even, that's all they want to talk about, is how horrible their life is and what's going on. And there's people that want to talk about how awesome their life is, on the other hand. But the point is that we never really know what exactly is going on in someone's life. But we get an idea of what they want to be perceived as, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of interesting. Now, in my case, you have to wonder, how do I want to be perceived? I'm at this point in my life where I really don't mind anymore. I just want to put myself out there to anyone out there who's willing to listen and to share who I am. I'm not monetized here on YouTube. The advertisements that may or may not show up in my videos, I didn't put them there. I think YouTube just does that now. And I'm hoping to get monetized one day because I would like to get a couple, just a little bit of that advertising money to help me in my get along, especially considering I'm a new father now. So that's a goal, is to become monetized eventually. But for that to happen, I think I really owe the internet, the viewers back at home, better quality content. And I've been wanting to do that for a while, and I think I'm getting closer to becoming to that point where I can. As my studio space at my house gets more squared away and we find a place for everything in our home, it's been a juggling act between all the new lives that are entering my new home I just purchased last August, and trying to figure out how we all fit together like wheels in a machine, or cogs, or gears in a clock or something, and how we interlock and make each other spin and make each other function good. So that's exciting. A lot of stuff happening. And to all the new fathers out there and expecting fathers and new parents, I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm here to tell you should follow your heart, use your best judgment, get as many sources as you can for information. There's lots of misinformation out there about everything, and even being a parent and the whole parenting thing and the parenting adventure, and just kind of sharing with you my personal experiences and how it makes me feel. So thanks very much for tuning in. I hope this has some material for you here that you can find relevant to your own personal situation. I think in next video I want to talk more about the 8 circuits of consciousness as highlighted by Robert Anton Wilson, adapted by Timothy Leary and G.I. Gurdjieff and Sigmund Freud, and a number of other people that would observe consciousness and try to classify it or make understanding of it by making a map or model of the different circuits of consciousness or even personality archetypes. I want to talk about that more next time in the next video I make. Being a Dad, week 3. I think I'll keep making these Being a Dad videos, week 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way through, at least for this year. And hopefully it gives someone out there a source of entertainment or education, or be able to relate to someone somehow. Hopefully there's some value out there someone gets out of watching this video, or the multitude of other silly videos I make out there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you very much for watching. This one is kind of impromptu. I've been feeling like there's not enough hours in the day. I'm working hard while I'm not working, taking care of my family and kind of running the household. And like I said, this is the first day I'm stepping away from it, with my girlfriend back at the house with the baby and the dog and the cat. And I know she's just fine without me. I know she can handle it all without me, but she's in my mind all day, and I'm wondering, oh, how's the dog? How's the baby? How's the cat? How's the girl? And all of that. And sometimes you just got to take it easy and just keep on working. So now that I'm no longer on paternity leave, I am going to work as much as I can, because I kind of need to catch up with all the bills that I've fallen behind on since this whole process started, of welcoming our daughter into our home and everything like that. And we got a lot of camping trips planned for this. I know, isn't that crazy? I'm a new dad, and we're going to be taking our newborn camping on all these different camping trips we go on. Some of them are for work. I do entertainment, so sometimes I go to festivals or events and I'm hired to be there to do a job. And other times there's some festivals and camping events that I like to go to because of recreational purposes or a sense of community. Community is very important to me. As an artist, I like to connect with other artists and other people who have the similar values that I have. Compassion, empathy, respect for the community, and desire to improve one's community. Radical inclusion, radical self-reliance, radical self-expression. Pretty much the 10 principles of Burning Man. I can get behind those. I think those are wonderful principles. Anyways, folks, I've said too much. Thanks very much for tuning in and watching this video today. This is the Amazing Flec reflecting on his 2 weeks as a father, 14 days, fast 14 days having the baby in the house and acclimating to the baby. I change as many diapers as I can because I can't breastfeed the baby. I think it's only fair to handle the output if I can't help with the input just yet. And just try to be as present as I possibly can and available as I possibly can for the family. I appreciate you for watching. I'll thank you yet again, because without people watching, I would just be talking to my camera phone. And as fun as that may sound, I get a lot more out of it when people comment down below and give me some encouragement, give me some ideas on future content they'd like to see me do, and so on and so forth. So, folks, please remember to never give up, to do your best, to stay true to you, and to be amazing. This is the Amazing Flec signing out. Another video. Maybe you'll see me another time down the line. If not, just enjoy the rest of whatever you're doing here on the internet. Peace.